Yo, and the such. Welcome to the bonus episode of Sonic Riders. There's stuff I wanted to show you that I just couldn't fit in that final video, so I'm gonna do it now as its own thing. Usually there would be a bunch of gears in here, but I am on a more completed file. I will not be showing these two off because I cannot earn enough rings yet, but this just gives them the power abilities to said character, and these allow boosts after boosts without consuming any air. One of the stages unlocked after is the track for Digital Dimension and the boss fight arena, and as you can see I have almost every character. But this is the red robot that targeted you and that final cutscene. He has better stats than this, but I need to play for 100 hours to get it. But a character we never got to play as is Amy. Her signature board is the pink rose, and speed type obviously. Sonic's main board is the blue star, and eventually in the story you get the blue star too. Now you see why I said Tails wanted us to die. This has worse cornering than the original blue star on the track that needs cornering. Said murderer has the yellow tail, Knuckles has red rock, Jet has type J, Storm has type S, Wave has type W, Eggman, who, yeah, you saw him riding on his bike, has his E-Rider. It has high performance, but it burns a lot of air. Cream, who was unlocked after completing the hero story, has lesser stats, but her attack is with her Chow, who does more stun time than anything else. Rouge the Bat, Temptation, Shadow, Darkness. Everybody can use the Darkness skates, so you can have skates right off the bat. You get Knights from completing the mission mode along with Ai and Ulala. Knights has the Night Sky, Ai has Banana, Ulala has Channel 5, and E10000G has E-Gear G. E10000 whatever would have this, but whatever letter came after it, probably R. He is a speed type. There's also a time attack, which is just the usual, and World Grand Prix. You complete the 5 races in a row and get placement. For under 40 points, you get 300 rings and a bronze medal. 40 to 49 points, you get a silver medal, and 50 points, you get gold, as it's the max score. Mission mode, you do certain tasks with a certain character to get treasure. You get it by collecting junk and by doing certain races that unlock the blueprint for the gear. Fastest, Turbo Star, and Gear being, I wouldn't say better versions, but you play as Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, or Amy to stop Jet, Wave, and Storm. And if you get all gold on every single mission, you get the Chaos Emerald and can be supersonic. There's a lot of flavor text to most of these boards, so I'll let you see them. There's a few character specific ones like this. Let's go into the digital dimension, and I'm gonna play as Rouge for a reason you're thinking? Probably.
Better behave yourself.
I don't trust them too.
The countdown has begun. Better behave yourself.
I want you to specifically look at a move's name. Yep. You're not seeing that wrong. That move's name is Sexy Bat. I knew exactly what Rouge is. Now, the race ended in 1 lap. That's because you can set it to where you could do a certain amount of laps up to 99, and you can change the announcer to be on or off if you hate Omochao's voice, even though that really isn't P. Omochao. You could turn off leveling if you want. You could turn off items, and you could turn off air pits. And depending on what you want, once you lose all your air, you can either set them to run or just completely give up. And you already know what this is. It's just the final boss area. So we're going on to Sega Carnival, and you can press R in the menu to choose a random character and also a random gear.
Get a great start!
Hope you're ready for this!
Now you may recognize this music. That's because this played in the beginning cutscene of the story mode. Thank you. You only get to play one level as him. And same for Knuckles. But I feel like less people made it to Storm. Now, Sega Illusion. It's an interesting lore. Legend. You get that during the missions when you buy it with the scraps and stuff.
The racers are now getting ready. Storm is building momentum. Amy is rapidly increasing speed. Look at Amy ride that turbulence. He makes a perfect landing and takes advantage of the
But you see this board is gaining no air
trick combination.
because it always does a perfect air jump. So you have to manage your air more, but you will always get a perfect jump.
Trick combination. He makes a perfect landing and takes advantage of the speed. Tails is building momentum. Knight is now picking up. Eye is building momentum. Knight is rapidly increasing speed. Storm is building momentum. Knight is jumping into the air. Tails has done a great job taking advantage of the wind. Look at Green ride that turbulence. Trick combination. He makes a nice landing. I has just come in first place.
Knights does not make any noises. So all these gears cost rings, but obviously getting rings is gonna take a while if you can only get a max of 100 a race. So what I recommend doing is setting your laps to 1, going to Red Canyon, using whatever character, and use Gambler. Now you need to be good for this to actually work, because the thing Gambler does is doubles your rings if you get first place. And Red Canyon has a very easy 100 ring place. But in Gambler, you cannot use any character ability. So you have to beat the race without using a character ability. As you can see right here, 100 rings, and the end is right here. But I'm gonna go up by 200 rings because I got first place. So if you want to grind out those gears, then that's how you do it. You could do some other maps. Just make sure you get the 100 ring place and don't pass it up. But there's still a few more things to go through. if you're still here. Tag mode. Partner up with another player and share air as you compete in a race. This is 1 to 4 players.
Sonic is off. Here I come. Stage start.
Yeah, it's very cluttered, and there is no places to do stuff, to do our abilities. So if you stay near your other player, you will gain air. So you gotta both be good if you wanna be able to get first place. You have color-coded airwaves, and it's just based on wins and losses. Survival mode is kind of a battle mode. This is a battle mode. This is its own thing, I'd say. You can only use the default boards in this, so you can't just boost super far away. The goal is to keep the Chaos Emerald and get through 5 rings. Again, no special paths for everybody, but it's more fair. Yes, I'm gonna beat this very easily. That's it. You don't need to complete the race, you just have to get through those 5 rings. And now, the battle mode. There's 3 tracks here, which have different rules to them, so I'm gonna be showing them all. You have to launch attacks at each other in this mode. I guess I'm gonna be aye. Again, default boards only. You have to go around getting stuff like that. Yeah, you don't want to lose air in this. On the map, you can see where everybody is, so use that to your advantage. It's last man standing, so you could just wait for the bots to take care of themselves. Crow attack. I don't know what that is. More crows? 1 health first. Okay, I won. Crows killed her. Anticlimactic. I won't be showing much of that. Snow Valley. Hide and seek battle where you launch attacks at other players, taking care to not be found by them. Here comes Egg Snowman. And Tails is dead. It's just me and Storm. And I won. Because he died from the snowman. Yeah, a lot of these are pretty boring without other people. And there's Space Theater. Blowout battle where you bump out your rivals to do damage to them.
Do you think you can beat me?
I think that's just a reused voice line of the Eggman before Mike Pollock, because he was voicing Eggman during the story already, so I'm not sure why they're using the old one. Oh boy. And I won. Yeah, the bots just killed themselves. I didn't really have to do anything. It's not really a good showing of it, but it's all I can do. I could show you the gears, or I could just tell you what they do. High Booster has the highest boost in the game, obviously. But you can reach speeds of 370 with max level boost. But doing a boost takes away half your air, and you only get 1 boost from that. Auto Slider, auto drift for you if you're having trouble with that. Powerful Gear, a better version of Power Gear. Fastest, better version of Faster. These are better versions of stuff. Speed Balancer, it's only really good on straightaways. I don't think it can drift at all. Blue Star 2, better stats but worse cornering, your choice. Access gives access to fly. Beginner, it just consumes a little bit of air, and obviously good for beginners. Accelerator, gets the top speed faster, but other stats are just meh. Trap Gear, you can do unlimited traps. Yeah, it's basically all it's good at. They don't consume any air. A light board, it's just a light board. If you like the style of it, I guess, but there's nothing really special about it to warrant using it. Slide Booster. The drift, whenever you know how you have to drift for a while to get a boost, this does it instantly. It can be useful, maybe, but probably not actually. Legend, you already know what it does. Best jumps every single time, but no air recovery from basically anything. The Magic Carpet allows characters to fly, but the stats are a bit meh, so it's a nice thing to get after completing the main story. Hovercraft has amazing stats, but the turning is so sensitive that this gear just ends up not being good at all. Chaos Emerald allows me to use Supersonic, which you'll see in a bit. Faster. It's a very fast board, but it doesn't really gain air back very well. Gambler. Doubles your rings if you get in first place. Power Gear. Good off-roads, and honestly just a pretty good board on its own. Not really bad. Opa Opa has a different attack where you basically drop a ton on a person. So let's say your attack is pretty lackluster. Yeah, you use this. It also has a pretty good lift. The crazy, it uses rings instead of air as its fuel, if you're into that. Berserker always has a boost going, so yes, you can boost still, but you'll always be able to attack. However, the air is not special, nothing special, and is bad. So, your choice. 'Cause it's not going to be useful when you're in first place. E-Rider uses a ton of air, but has very good stats. Air Tank can hold a lot of air, but has pretty bad stats. Heavy Bike, it's a very heavy bike. It's good off-road, but not really useful. Omnipotence grants every character ability. However, Ulala and Egg Robos cannot use bikes. And Eggman and the Egg Robos cannot use skates. Cover S. Cover F and Cover P are just, you know, the type specific bike. It's a moped though. Hang On gives you different music, and Super Hang On also gives you different music. Darkness is the basic skates you get at the end of the hero story. The skates of the different types are just basically one stat all the way up. Now I'm gonna use Supersonic. Just like the crazy, he uses rings, which is expected from Supersonic.
Behold the power of the Chaos Emerald.
Ooh. Uses rings to boost and will destroy anything in his path. He has every single character ability and just amazing stats all around. Problem is keeping your rings up. If you can't keep your rings up, you can't sustain Supersonic. And it's not really good for grinding rings. Why am I just getting one ring? As you can see, if you don't do it right, it won't be good.
Supersonic is off to an outstanding start. He makes a perfect landing and takes
See?
advantage of speed.
Power type, speed type, and while you're using those abilities, you don't consume rings. But drifting, you consume much more rings. Because you're basically getting a boost. Not a boost worth 20 rings, mind you, but you know, depends on the corner.
Look at Knight ride that turbulence. Wait rapidly, increasing speed. What a trick combination! Wow! Look at
As
that
it should be.
overwhelming
Indeed.
strength.
And with that, we've come to the end of the series. I've showed you everything I wanted to. The problem is, I don't know where to go after this. I'm thinking of reading a song, but even then, I'm not sure what new series to start. I'll tell you what I'm gonna be doing when I figure that out. I just want to be sure I want to do it before I end up just putting it on hiatus like Pokemon Emerald. There's stuff here, but we don't need to look at. This has different things, but So I guess that's it. I'll see you next time, where I'll probably be reading a song. So have a good day, or else.